Oh man, this is really living.
What's up, everybody? It's Friday night, 7:07 p.m. It's January 10th, and I am actually pulling into Camp Calvary. My boys are going on a winter weekend, and they needed some additional male chaperones. So I did volunteer because I have all my clearances. It's just one night, and it's with 3rd to 6th graders, so it should be an interesting experience. Not one I was planning on, but it is what it is. And we all just arrived, so I'm going to get ready. But hopefully I don't lose my voice or get sick for my concert on Sunday. It's a little after 10 p.m. and the kids are tubing on half a snow hill. There's actually snow up here still, even though it was like 50 degrees today. But I think they're kind of coming to a stop.
Hey, I think that's him. Nope.
Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday, January 11th, and it is about 8:55 a.m. Definitely the warmest winter weekend I can think of that I've ever been to, ever. And we're heading to breakfast now. Slept a little bit. Kids woke up super early, started throwing snowballs at the cabin, so that was awesome. But yeah, we got a lot of things in store for today, so I will check in with you later. What's up, everybody? It is about 2:35 Saturday still, January 11th, and got about 3.5 hours left before we pack up and go. Got the car loaded up already, so we can just leave separate from the bus ride. It's been fun so far, making some young friends. I don't think I'm too out of touch with the youth, but it should be a good ride home. Get home at a decent hour, I think. All right, 7:05, and we're home. Listening to some Thriller by Michael Jackson. They fell asleep in the backseat.
I did not.
Yeah, he did.
That explains why I was drooling.
Hey everybody, it's Sunday, January 12th. I am almost at Tuned Up Brewing Company, and I should be getting there around 5:45 for the 6:30 show. Hopefully I won't feel too scattered. Time always gets away from me. Things always take longer than I expect them to, but just gotta relax, let my heart slow down a little bit, pray that I have everything I'm supposed to have, and pray that I do a good job. So I honestly have no idea how many people are going to come. I hoped at least 30, maybe 40. I know of about 6 to 8 definites, but as it goes with social media and events that you create, people say they're interested or that they're coming, and that doesn't necessarily mean they are either of those things. So we will see what we will see. I hope that it's at least worthwhile for Tuned Up Brewing, since they are kind enough to offer their space, I hope they at least get a nice turnout of people buying food and drinks to justify them keeping their doors open for an extra 2 hours on a Sunday night. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm nervous. I feel good, I feel strong vocally, but anxiety and all that kind of stuff can hinder your breathing, so I'm just trying to relax and deal with that. So I'm going to go and do some breathing exercises to get my lungs expanded. Yeah, here we go. Good afternoon, everybody. It's Tuesday, January 14th. That's right. Got Leland here, homesick from school for the second day in a row. Had to cancel a Discover SPRINGFORD interview yesterday. I rescheduled it, but today I'm going to move forward and film. I'm on my way to Beth Ann's Flowers in Royersford. Leland's got his Nintendo Switch with him, so hopefully he'll be not bored while he waits for me.
Probably will anyway.
Yeah. Had the concert on Sunday night. It went pretty well. A bit of a light turnout, which was a little tiny bit disappointing, if I'm honest. But I really do appreciate those that came. Some of my most faithful, loving friends that kind of go out of their way to reshuffle their schedule to support me because they know how much it means to me. So I do appreciate all of those friends that came. And for those of you that missed it, you missed a show. You missed a fun time, I think. But I'll be putting clips up over the next couple days, couple weeks of various highlights from songs that I performed. Over an hour and a half worth of music. I'm going to try to condense it down to about 21-minute clips. And I'll be sharing those on Instagram and on Facebook, so subscribe.
At my bedside, empty pocket, a foot without a sock. Your body gets much closer. I fumble for the clock, alarmed by the seduction. I wish that it would stop. Tempted by the fruit of another. You're not a voice, you're just a ringing in my ear. And if I heard you, which I don't, I've spoken for I fear. Everyone I've ever loved is here within these walls. I'm sorry, secrets are. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart.
What else we got going on? I got a lot of interviews this weekend scheduled, and then, believe it or not, I'll be back to work on Monday. So, it should be exciting. Back. I'm going to hang up now so that Mila doesn't cough all over me. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, January 15th, 9 a.m. And if you happen to hear any banging in the background, sorry, I got a big glare on my forehead. That's not going to go away. The banging you may hear in the background, we are getting our roof replaced, which sooner than we anticipated having it done, but it is what it is. We live in a twin home, and our neighbors have a lot of leaking problems. So we wanted to do the roofs at the same time so that, for one, we might be able to get a better deal, and also to eliminate any unnecessary seams. So we're doing it. It's actually not as expensive as I was thinking it was going to be, which is good. It's a little bit before tax return season. I was hoping to use our tax return towards it, so we got to rob from Peter to pay Paul, and then once the tax return comes, hopefully it covers it and everything. But with that in mind, it's good to know now that we will have had the roof replaced because I believe it's original to our house, and our house is 32 years old. So we've outlasted the warranty, and I don't even know if the homeowner, I mean, there's been so many homeowners since before we've lived here, so there'll be peace of mind at least
that we will have the warranty on the roof for basically as long as we live here, at least for the foreseeable future. And if we do ever have to sell it again, then we'll be able to tell them exactly when the roof was done and all that kind of stuff. Same thing happened with our air conditioner. Shortly after we moved in, like maybe a month and a half. Sorry, trying to put this in the best spot. A month and a half after we moved in, our air conditioner went, and that was a huge expense. And the roof is actually costing almost half of that, which is amazing. So, yeah, so those are two big dollar items, but now we won't, we always had them hanging over our head, like, when is this going to be the thing that we have to do? So now it's getting done, so should alleviate that. Usually people don't replace a roof until they start leaking, until it starts leaking, and thankfully we did not have any leaking issues on our end, so we're preventing any possible damage going forward, hopefully. But all that to say, the last 2 days have been rough in terms of getting things ready for going back to work, getting the things checked off that I was hoping to do, because my son was home from school sick. Filmed an episode of Discover SPRINGFORD with him in the background yesterday, and it's been difficult to juggle that. And but he's back to school today. He still has a terrible cough, but he's not contagious, and he's doesn't have a fever or anything. So we'll see how he does. He's like me in the fact that once he gets a cough, it hangs on for weeks. So can't keep him out of school for weeks for a cough. So yeah, the things have gone well overall. I'm looking forward to getting back to work, but also trying to get things together so that I feel like I was productive during my time off, which I do for the most part. Looking forward to Friday night, where I perform with Adam Sphere for the first time in a long time, and yeah, so that's where we stand. I will update you guys as things happen. Well, there's the old roof, scattered everywhere.
All right, it's done. 30 minutes sooner than they said it would be. Can't really tell. It looks exactly the same for the most part. Got the exact same color shingles and everything, but it's under warranty. He said there were some wet spots that eventually could have caused leaks, but nothing that he was concerned about. He said the wood was in good shape. But the biggest thing is that right here, there's no more satellite dish. There was a satellite dish when we bought the house, and I'm afraid of heights, and we don't have a ladder tall enough to take care of it. So we just kind of left it there and said, well, whenever we get the roof replaced, we'll get it taken down. And sure enough, it's gone. So I'm excited about that. And although it is an expense that I was not hoping to have, I now have the peace of mind knowing that we're not having to worry about our roof caving in or anything like that. It's under warranty, and we're all set. And it was relatively inexpensive. So I highly recommend J&L Roofing Company, LLC. So they put on 250 roofs last year. They don't even really advertise because they get so many referrals, word of mouth. Our neighbor did the legwork in terms of getting quotes and was the best price and the highest recommendations of anybody that she received. And she had gotten a lot of quotes that were like just outrageous, ridiculous. So I'm really pleased with how it all worked out. And now we can move on to other things in our house. But those two big things, the AC and the roof, were the two big ticket items when we bought the house that we would have to start budgeting for. So now we can focus on smaller things. And Ned agrees. He's happy. Hey, say hi. There you go. That's Ned. He's our newest cat, in case you don't remember. Hey, everybody. It is, what day is it? Wednesday, January 15th. It's 6:10 p.m. I am about to arrive at meeting spot where my brother and my dad and I are going to put our sets together for Friday night's gig. It's in Quakertown. We're meeting at a friend of my dad's has a like a catering type hall meeting place, so we're meeting there to test out the sound system and everything with the three of us and work on that. I filmed an episode of Discover SPRINGFORD today with Colby Davis of Davis Painting and Power Washing. It was a pretty exciting episode, actually. So he's just a very motivated guy, and we share a lot of common mentors and things like that, and the information that we the podcasts I listen to, the people that I kind of follow online, the books that I've read. He's done a lot of that as well. So pretty go-getter type of a guy, and it's going to be a good episode. It'll be April 26th that episode was up. And then I went food shopping, which was always fun. I misread the directions on the ham that I was supposed to bake. I didn't realize that the time allotted was per pound, so I didn't actually get to eat dinner. But my wife's gonna save me a plate for when I get back home tonight. I did have some combos to hold me over, which is nothing to sneeze at, as they say. I love me some combos, as you all know. But yeah, anyway, I'm about here, so I just wanted to check in with you guys and let you know tomorrow I have another episode of Discover SPRINGFORD to film. It'll be my third of the week, and then I have one on Friday as well. So, and that'll kind of wrap it up for a few weeks. So I won't be filming any episodes for that foreseeable future until Queen Esther opens, which will be here sooner than I realized. 2 months from yesterday, actually, is opening night. So that's pretty crazy to think about. I'll talk to you guys later. What's going on, everybody? It's Friday, January 17th, 12:41 p.m. Boys are off from school today for in-service, teacher in-service, so Jamie's at work and the kids are home. We went to F5 Fitness and Sports this morning to do an interview for Discover SPRINGFORD. For those of you that have been following along, Dave Stetler was my personal trainer as I was getting in shape for Evita at the Broadway Theater in Pittman back in 2018, right before I started working at Sight Sound. So they opened a new fitness studio in Spring City, and I was excited to be able to feature them as a thank you for their training of me back in the day. Then I went to do a couple intros that I wasn't able to do for past episodes. So I brought 2 different changes of shirts to do that, because that's how the sausage is made. The intros and outros of Discover SPRINGFORD are not always done on the same day. Spoiler alert, sorry about that. Now we're pulling up to our house to have lunch, and then this evening I will be heading to Baco for my return performance with Adam Spear.
You'll be heading to Baco or heading to Baco?
To Baco. I just said tobacco, not tobacco. What's up, everybody? It's 6:25 p.m. on Friday night, January 17th. I'm walking in. I forgot my mic stand and my headphones, so I had to run back out to my car to get it. There's a ton of people here, so thankful for people, so excited for me to be able to do this one more time this year, the only time this year. So to be able to do it, I'm really excited. It's freezing cold out here, but I'll get some video of us performing.
All our neighbors are wise, and I like to think I can cheat it all. So we know the times I get cheated on. Carry on, carry on.
7:22. Driving home now. I did, however, stop at Wawa. I'm used to on Friday nights having a little bit of this action right here. Combos. And there's a new flavor that I had to try. Spicy honey mustard pretzel. Oh man. And then of course it was 2 for $4, so I had to buy 2 bags, and you know, just all that. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. So many people. It was hot. People were dancing, as you see. Felt like riding a bike. It definitely doesn't seem like over a year since the last time I performed with Atmosphere. But it was a lot of fun. People were super kind. A lot of people I hadn't seen in so long were there, and very appreciative, very kind with their feedback and all that kind of stuff. So back to home, and then tomorrow we're dropping the kids off at my dad's for the week, and while Jamie and I redo our countertops. So that should be a fun endeavor. And it's supposed to snow, so hopefully we'll drive safely and everything will work out. But I'm going to say goodnight and wish you all the best. Hey everybody, it's Saturday, January 18th. It's 10:42 a.m. and it's snowing outside, so I'm trying not to look at the camera. Just dropped the kids off at my dad's house, and heading back to start our cabinet thing. Not our cabinets, our countertop transformation. I am really feeling the effects of doing Atmosphere and not having done it in a long time, even though I do perform 11 times a week. It's just at a completely different level. So I think that's why when people complain about how exhausted they are doing the 11 shows, I'm like, I've done worse. So it's because I used to do 4 hours of performing straight through, sometimes back-to-back nights. That's a lot different than going out on stage every few minutes and performing in bursts. But anyway, that's just my personal opinion and how it affects me personally. Everybody's different, but yeah, my voice is tired, my legs are sore, and but it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm gearing up. This weekend we'll be doing this, and then back to work on Monday, which I'm really excited about. Get started on this next project. So I will talk to you guys later. Hope you guys are doing well out there. All right, we got phase 1 here. You can see there's some streaks that we'll be going over in phase 2. But already, the kitchen looks brighter. It's going to make the cabinets look better too. So it's exciting. All right, it's 7:22 p.m. The second coat has been applied. It is in the process of drying. So now we have a nice solid white surface with no streaks or anything. And at about 9:30 is when it'll be clear to put in the marbling designs, which is exciting. Jamie and I went out to eat at Giovanni's Pizzeria in Royersford, and now we're going to watch a movie because we have 2 hours to kill. All right, day 2. It's like noon. Sunday, January 19th. That's right. And we're doing some of the marbling. You can see, looking at Google Images, trying to match some marble swirls. See how it's going to come out. So, we're having fun. All right, it's 7:13 p.m. We put the epoxy on. You can see that shine. There's going to be some air bubbles, but can't avoid that. We tried our best. But that reflection, brah, that's what makes it look real. Not bad, right? Crazy how it transforms. And in the midst of all of this transformation, got a sweet haircut by my bride. Well, is there anything she can't do? I don't know if there is. Hey everybody, it's Monday, January 20th. It's 11:15 a.m. and I am at the Trust Performing Arts Center for the first rehearsal of Queen Esther. Let's see, we have a sign that says Queen Esther, well cast. So we're getting the initial vision and everything for the show, meet and greet. We'll have a read through this afternoon. We'll get a layout of the set, things like that. Get to see some of the digital design going into the show. So it's an exciting day. And I can't wait to get to work. Hello, friends. It's 5:55 p.m. and I'm in the parking garage, Prince Street Garage in Lancaster City. And I am heading home after the first rehearsal. We read through the entire book of Esther after lunch, and then we read through the entire script. That was a lot of sitting and reading and listening. So I am very excited to start this process with everybody. It's going to be fun. The story is so well thought out, obviously. We've spent 4 years working on these shows, but because the text in the Bible is so detailed and so narrative driven, the script just copies it. It flows so well because it's already established, and there's humor, there's irony, there's drama, there's violence, there's love, there's it's really cool, and I can't wait to see it all come together. Also super anxious about all of the understudy parts and stuff. I always am, about getting them learned in time before I actually have to go on stage for them. But anywho, I'm now driving home. I'll be home a little after 7. I have to stop and get gas as well. So I will catch up with you guys later. Here's the finished product. Jamie took all the tarps down. So you can see the finished product of the countertop. There's some little air bubbles and stuff that couldn't be avoided, but it does look good compared to what it looked like before. Maybe I'll get some before and afters for you guys to see. The kitchen as a whole looks 100 times better. Got those pops of color. Stool match and the matching tea. That's what I'm trying to say. Tea kettle. And then we have our various drawer knobs that we got. Indian theme inspired. Decorative. All of them are unique. Bought a box of assorted. You can see them all. Little accents on a very neutral wall color and cabinet color. We've got those pops of colors. Good morning, everybody. It's 9:09 a.m. on Tuesday, January 21st, and I'm heading into work. I don't have to be there till 10:15. Actually going to be at the theater for the first part of the day today, and then we'll be going over to a catering hall that's nearby to work on some large staging and stuff like that. It's freezing cold. Holy cow, it's cold. Yeah, that's basically anything. I mean, I just figured I would check in because I'm trying to stay consistent with checking in, but we'll be working on that stuff. Trying to memorize these lines, and it just seems there's like a mental block as usual, so that's frustrating. But hopefully I'll be okay when the time comes, I mean. What's up, everybody? It is, what day is it? Wednesday, January 22nd, I want to say. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I only had a 3-hour rehearsal today. I am at PV Express Auto Care and getting a quick oil change. And then I'll be going home and getting some work done on Discover SPRINGFORD, etc. But yeah, it's good. Unexpectedly got the whole afternoon off. I mean, I didn't find out till last night when they sent out the daily schedule, so that's always nice when you block out 8 weeks of your life, 6 days a week, that you get some of that time back. It's nice. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow yet. I'll find out when they send out the daily schedule. So. Good evening, everybody. It's Thursday, January 23rd. I think so. Yeah, that sounds right. 4:09 p.m. I'm driving home. I only had another 3-hour rehearsal block today. So I was able to get some things done with Discover SPRINGFORD and the various episodes that I've filmed in the last couple weeks. Yeah, it's been a nice easing into this production so far. And so far we've only worked on things that I'm the primary in terms of, I haven't had any calls for things that I understudy, which is kind of nice because I can just focus on one thing, something I'm not quite used to. So that's one of the benefits of being a primary who has a large majority of stage time, even though I don't have a lot of lines and things like that. That I'm not pulled in many different directions, so that'll be a relief compared to last year. So yeah, it's been fun so far, just easing into it, getting to know the director and my new stage partners and stuff like that. People that I haven't really gotten a chance to work with on stage as much. I'll get a chance to do that this time around, which is exciting. And I'm enjoying the process. And I think next week we'll start getting on the stage and things like that, learning music. This has been mostly blocking and mild choreography of the large numbers, which has been good. And I've been much better at documenting, taking notes, things like that, because of my phone. I got a Google Doc that I'm working in, which is way more convenient than having a notebook and trying to put it down every time I need to do a run of whatever I'm rehearsing. So yeah, it only took, I don't know how long before I started to realize that. And then also, hopefully the document will be helpful for my understudies and backups. So I'll share it with them when it's all complete. So yeah, anyway, I will check in with you guys maybe tomorrow.